So touring with a band is about the most nomadic experience you can have, sleeping in a different place almost every night and basically driving all day, staying up all night, meeting a bunch of people from different places. And at the same time, Georgina, you're having a little bit of the least nomadic state, sitting at home after knee surgery. So
Yeah.
let's compare our experiences for this video today. How you doing?
I'm trying to stay positive.
Yeah.
I will say I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's pretty hard. Uh,
So Georgina had a motorbike
I
accident
had an accident. Yeah.
when she was
So,
visiting us in Thailand, Koh Phangan.
so I have like a surgery, on my knee. It's hard, painful, boring, and I've observed myself, like with ups and downs all the time. Uh, yeah, so every day it's different, completely different.
But you're getting better, right?
Yes, it's
Awesome.
better and better, of course.
And if you could go somewhere right now, where would you go? What would you do?
Hmm, I would go to Italy right now.
Oh, wow. You were supposed
I'm
to go,
craving
weren't you?
of pasta. Yeah, I was supposed to go there, but because of the surgery, I had to cancel my trip. And yeah, I would like to go there.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I was in Italy for about 20 minutes or 10 minutes the other day. So accidentally on the road. We were in a small place in Slovenia, which was next to the border of Italy, and we went the wrong way on the highway and just 20 minutes of Italy.
All
So,
right.
so being somebody who's basically just at home and in bed right now, what do you want to know about the touring lifestyle from me? What are you curious about? How is it? What are the stresses? And what is the glory? What's the best thing? What's the worst thing? What do you want to ask me?
So actually, the first thing I was wondering is like, can you make it? Like, is it doable to stay with bunch of different people at the same time for such a long time? This for me would be, I think, the hardest part. Like
Oh,
to live actually with people and be probably 24/7 or every
okay,
day,
so it depends on the style of touring. So today's an exceptionally good day. That's why I was able to do some yoga. Um, we played a
Mm-hmm.
gig in Munich, Germany last night. And immediately after the gig, we came to, because Munich was full with the accommodation. So it was full, and we had to come 1 hour after the gig in Munich to come to the hotel, which we had already checked into earlier the day to sleep. And so we don't have to do anything today before like 2:30 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Normally, yes, there's you have to wake up in the morning, check out of the hotel at 10, 11, 12, whenever it is, and then get on the road and get to the next place, check in the hotel, and then it's just bam, 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 bam. Everything's like bam, 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 bam. It's like, okay, so
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
you have to load your instruments into the venue around like 4 or 5 p.m., then go for dinner and then sound check and then na 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 na, and then it's the concert time and then it's after the concert and then you have to pack up and get back to the hotel. The whole day is taken care of. Like you don't really have time for much except for maybe in the morning if you wake up without a hangover. And yes,
All
it's
right.
hard to be with a group of people, but I think this sort of thing gets better with time. And this time we have the fortune of being with Kulturshock, who's a band who have been doing this for like since the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the members were with it since the 90s, but they have a very good, established, mature touring lineup, which goes every year and does it in a really serious way. And so we're really close with them on this tour and we're doing it with them. And I'd say that their element of maturity really inspires us, you know, that they're like the elders to us,
Mm-hmm.
especially Gino, the singer of the band, and Amy, the saxophone player. They just ooze this sort of like, been doing this for so long. So that's a good example. And yeah, there's little things between
Do you
people
hang
that
with
come
them?
up. What?
Do you hang all together?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. And do
Yeah.
you have time to explore a bit like the cities that you're going to
It
or?
depends. It depends. It depends on the schedule that day. You know, of
Mhm.
course, any free time we can have, we do. And whenever it's possible for everybody to have their own room, we do. So this is my room today. and it's he's playing a little guitar. It's just single bed, and yeah, sometimes we have to share rooms as well. It's all just like different stuff all the time. So
I see.
yeah, I don't know.
This must be interesting.
It is interesting.
And and what about like do you sleep all together sometimes?
Yeah, it's happened once this tour. We actually on Friday night we took accommodation which was inside of the venue. So it was an
Mm-hmm.
underground sort of bunker-like place, and they had a room
All
for
right.
us there, and we all slept it. We only had about 5 hours of sleep because we had to get up early in the morning. It was a late concert because it was Friday, and we had to get up early in the morning to go to Slovenia. So it was about 5 hours, all passed out in the same sort of dirty room. And yeah, that was okay. And then, sometimes we share rooms as well in different situations, whatever. But yeah, the goal is to find, at this point, I like to have my own space. I
Mm-hmm.
think earlier on in doing this, it was a lot less important to have your own space, and it was more about like party all the time. But
The
now
more
it's
you
more
grow
about
up, right?
finding a balance. It's just a, yeah, grow up. I don't know if it's grow up, but it's just like find what works for you. I was always the one who wanted, I think, more space to leave earlier and stuff like that. And then, maybe one out of five concerts, I would go crazy and want to stay all night.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like
And what's next right now?
tonight we're playing here in this city, and then we're going to more to Frankfurt, then Berlin, then Cologne. And yeah, it's just like, yeah, and then it's all over on Sunday, the tour. Then we're going for a live session at the studio on Tuesday, and then we have to in Amsterdam, and then we have to drive all the way back to Serbia. And so it's like, yeah, it's completely exhausting. It's out of balance. This is the one of the only times I've had time to do like yoga and sort of like just be in
Within a
one,
month.
yeah, in a place the whole day. No, actually, 2 days ago we had a day off in Germany, but I had to work on my other business during that thing. So it's kind of like an all-in experience, and there's very little time for other stuff on the side.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when you're all in and things are going well and everybody's having good time and the concerts are good and there's no challenges or um, silly things coming up that are stressful, um, it's amazing. It's the most amazing thing. It's the most amazing social experience. It's almost like a tribal experience where you have an audience in front of you, and just sort of like everybody's feeling this vibe of this music that you're creating on the stage. It's amazing. And it's there's nothing else like it. And I can't believe that I managed to live without this for the
For
whole
such a long time, right?
COVID era, like between 2019 and
Yeah.
2000. And I haven't done a tour like this since like 2017. Like and when
Would
this
you do it
intense,
again?
yeah, of course.
Like within a year?
Yeah. I mean, it's just a question of like
Because you said it's like very intense, so I was wondering if, and it's out of balance, I guess, and
yep,
it's normal.
yep,
Like I
yep,
was wondering if you could do it like twice a year or
yep,
once a year it's
yep.
enough, or I don't know how many times. How often could you do that?
I don't know. I mean, if it was a choice between going to prison and doing this, I think I could do it quite often. But the mind
I
tends to,
I think like everyone would do a music tour
yeah.
than prison, but like
But
let's
my
say
mind
this.
tends to go to the possibilities, and the amount of pressure it is to have everything leading up to 1 hour every night,
Hmm. Hmm.
of performance, and like it's like everything has to go right for that 1 hour a night to go well, or else none of it is worth it. And basically, that's a lot of pressure. So I tend to think about possibilities that could make it less intense, less pressure, like how we could do like this slow touring lifestyle where we're in the same place for like 5 days and playing maybe some smaller gigs around to promote one big one on the weekend or something, with enough time to go to the spa and do yoga and eat healthy in between and like enjoy nature. And yeah, one of the best things that we did on our day off, me and Ursula, we went to this thermal bath, where
Oh,
it's
that's
like
nice.
it's salt water, and you're in
Relaxing.
the warm salt water, and your head is above the water, and you're breathing in the cold mountain air. We went to the a spa town in Bavaria, and it took me about 24 hours to get my head out of my ass and like actually like feel like I was there and ready to relax and go to the spa. But after that, it was just smooth sailing, I guess. Like yeah, and yeah. And the other thing is, yeah, lots of alcohol. Last night I was the only person in the band who wasn't drinking, so I was driving after the show. And that's like a different vibe. But Gino, the singer of the other band, he doesn't drink before shows at all, ever.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so that's really interesting to watch him deal with it because the other members of his band mostly do have a few beers before the show, and that's part of their routine. And like for the first few gigs, I was so wanted to get this right that I didn't drink anything before. But then last week I was drinking quite a bit, and now I'm last night nothing. Today we'll see probably nothing. And it's all about like how sustainable the lifestyle is and how to make things sustainable. Because like if you're playing 5 shows a week and drinking 5 days a week and then maybe having a glass of wine with dinner on your off day or whatever, it can be too much. But
I
yeah.
guess like you will need a detox after the tour for
Yeah,
some
some
time.
no, actually my body bounces back really, really fast. Just from not drinking for 2 days now. I feel amazing. Because it's like
I haven't been drinking for like I don't know like a lot uh, like 3 weeks or something.
good for you.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yesterday I had a beer and I was feeling like drunk and I was like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah, but yeah, there's the
I'm like
alcohol
quite the
energy.
opposite. Yeah.
Yeah, I like yeah, we're doing the opposite thing right now, which is why it's really interesting to talk right now, in this way. But yeah, it's just like yeah, it's not sustainable, and I'd like to find a way to make this lifestyle sustainable, and that's what I'm going to be looking at when I go back to Thailand,
Hmm.
where I'll be for most of the rest of this year, I would suppose, and we'll come back to Europe one more time in the middle of the summer when it's the nicest to come because I hate the cold and play some nice concerts as well. And yeah, it just kind of like all seems a little out of balance and it's intense. Would I do it again? Yes, because it is actually like good to challenge yourself sometimes to go through stress and then have a period of relaxation. What I have booked after next week is precisely a period of relaxation. It'll be 1st of May weekend in
Hmm.
Serbia, where I will be, get out to the countryside, breathe the fresh air, and pretty much do nothing with very little obligation until whatever. And yeah, until life gets back to normal.
Till
And
you'll feel it. You will know when you will
yeah,
go
so
back.
yeah, but ultimately it's finding ways to get things more in balance over time. And this tour is more in balance than any tour like this 5 shows a week that I've ever done before.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
because I'm more sensitive to what my needs are to stay mentally and physically healthy. So, yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting there. So, thank you for chatting with me about this. Any other questions?
Nope, that's all.
All
I
right.
hope you have like the best time ever and enjoy the nomadic life, enjoy traveling
Yeah.
as much as you can while I can't.
Okay. Thanks,
And
Georgina.
yeah, I'll see you soon.